Come on. How do you feel about halfway down with a wrench on it? There we go. Easy peasy, nothing to it, like I said. Man, camera just obviously does not do that justice. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is that you are watching. We're sick as a dog. I don't know if it's COVID or what, but bottoms up. Don't drink and drive unless it's DayQuil. I kind of realized that may have looked bad and looked like an actual shot of something, but I promise you it is DayQuil. It was a medicine cup with DayQuil in it. It was not a shot of whiskey, as much as I wish it was. Dad and I have been getting some corn picked. We got the 93 acres completely done around the house. We're now moved up to what we call the north place, and we've started in there. I just wanted to kind of give you an update. Haven't been video recording anything because I've been so sick. And I have not felt well. And if I would have been on the camera, I just would have been sneezing, blowing my nose, and coughing the whole time. So I figured you guys probably didn't want to listen to that. We will we'll catch you hopefully tomorrow when I'm feeling a little better. Take care. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is that you are watching. It's good to have you here. Hey, today we have got problems with the S780. I know it. It's green. It shouldn't break down, but it is. And I should say it's not broken down, but last night, going across the field, I kind of noticed it was losing power. And my wife showed up. Dad jumped back in the combine, and sure enough, he pulled over to me and said, "Hop in here. What is going on?" Kept losing power, wanting to basically shut itself off going down the field, which is never a good thing. Kilowatts kept surging on the engine power. Just wasn't acting right. Shutting off the auto work. I kind of did some digging online, found a few suggestions. Tore off the battery cover, checked some lines, saw that the rotary switch for the battery disconnect was pretty corroded. Might be that. I kind of thought, you know, that bin fold, that power bin on top, if that sensor was bad, I do remember when it's shut, it will not let you turn on the separator. So I was kind of thinking, okay, maybe that sensor could be bad and it's just shutting off going down the field just every now and then. And it's trying to kill the separator and all that, and it's shutting off the auto work because the separator is going off, and it's just messing with sensors. So it could be that too. You know, we're going to change the fuel filters as well, I think, just because it is a power issue. I don't think it's the fuel filters, but we are just going to change them. That's what we're headed to work on today. I've got the baby truck that I'm driving now. We're taking it over. We got to get a bin ready. We're picking some corn. Right now it's actually really breezy, dry, so we're going to switch back to beans. We've only got 160 acres or so left of beans to go. There's 50 acres here. We're going to go ahead and get those cut, take those to town, and then once town closes down, we'll get set up to the bin, start picking corn. We'll just see how the day goes. Looks like you're getting a head start on that.
What's that?
Did you already get the new one on?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go ahead and go up and check that alternator.
Okay.
See if that is loose, hopefully. I'm hoping it is loose. I don't know. I'll check both of them. Yeah. Which one do I open to get to it? Huh? The back one? The front one? The front one? The back one. You hope like heck I can get in there. Well, no, there's a wall there. Oh, nothing. Talking to myself at this point. I guess, here goes nothing. So I'm just gonna hang 10. Oh gosh. Oh, there's gotta be a better way to get to that. You know, I was saying it would be easy if it was just the wire on the alternator. So obviously, those are the two alternators there. Now, explain to me, how do I get there? Okay, we've opened up the side of the combine in hopes that I can get to it from here. I can see them. Now, the only gripes I have about this combine is that there's nowhere to hang on. We need handles. Something. All right. I'm climbing down here, but I might need tools. Ouch. I see some wiring. You know, sometimes I wish I was 4'11". Okay, well, I managed to get my arm down in there and kind of feel the wires, the two wires that he was talking about, and they feel tight, so I don't think that's the issue. I assume you're having better luck than I am.
Not really. I'm cursing Mother John Deere at the moment.
About?
Knew this machine costs $750,000, and they can't afford to put stainless steel washers on this switch.
Well, while he's messing with that, I may as well get the truck started. There is corn on this truck. It's got to go to town yet, and the cart is full. That's got to go to town. By the time we get all that done, we're probably just going to immediately switch to beans. Because with this wind, I mean, they should go. I almost forgot the other thing we got today. We weren't really happy with the way the John Deere Flex Draper was running. Not that it was, you know, it's a bad head or anything. It just flings way too many beans out. Right here, where there looks like there should be a plate, and right at the auger. And we weren't happy with what it was doing. Then I found this little guy online. This is just a brush kit. It supposedly just clips on. There'll be a brush here and a brush up top. And it supposedly doesn't take long to put it on. So I found that online. We went ahead and just ordered it. And hopefully that solves our issue. I mean, you can see, I feel like it shouldn't be doing that. It shouldn't have beans all the way under here. I mean, it just goes right underneath this belt. Doesn't really make sense to me. And then, like I said, at the auger, it'll fling beans back out. So I was gonna put that on quick, but he kind of needs to put the head on the combine so that he can lift the reel for me, because I can't get in there currently. So that's an issue. So I guess we'll wait until he gets that switch put on. Well, Dad is still cleaning up those washers on that switch. I'm gonna go ahead and get this truck in, because once we get that put on, which hopefully that fixes the problem, I don't think it's going to, but he's gonna have to pick some more corn, see if it's gonna do it again. So I gotta get this cart empty, which means I gotta get this truck empty. Sorry if I sound a little weird today. I'm still very sick, so the inflection in my voice and everything like that, it's a little nasally. Sounds a little weird because I can't really talk right because everything hurts. I mean, that's what's going on. I didn't hit puberty yet. It's just, I'm sick. Luckily, this stuff has been running about 17.5% or so. So I think we'll be able to start putting this stuff straight into the bin. Once this place shuts down about 7 p.m., like I said, we should be able to go straight into the bin. At 17.5%, that's what it's been testing here anyway. So let's just hope and pray. We'll just have to keep the fan on it for about a month. Got quite the lineup here today. This morning anyway. Yesterday I was just pulling out of the pit pretty much every time, so. Must just be guys emptying stuff this morning like I am. Loading the truck from the side slide there. Hauling beans out. I wish we had been tall enough to do that. Where we could just have a side slide like that. You just pull a chain, open that slide, and I mean, you can load a truck in no time. Well, you ran it for a round. How did it go?
No problem.
Okay, well, hopefully that fixed it then.
Hopefully, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Did you get the bottom one on?
No, I'm just getting everything out and figuring out how it goes on.
Gotcha.
Figured I'd just pick two more, or put one more hopper, and then clean up my stubs. You should be able to hold all that.
Okay. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get this cart empty and get a load into Wyoming again. And then I'm gonna come back. He should be empty by then. Get the corn head off. Get the bean head put on. That way he can lift that reel up out of the way and we get that brush kit put on. That is the plan so far. Gosh. I'm telling you, just walking for a little bit, just exhausted. I don't know what kind of sickness this is, but whew. Oh. That was not me, I promise. Dad tried to empty the combine onto the semi last night, and he's not used to the length of the auger on that new combine. So that was not me. I think anyway. Combine is empty. He's picked a few rows now. And combine is no longer losing power like we had last night. It's not doing anything funky to us. So I would say the rotary switch was the problem. Unless me jiggling around the wires on that alternator did something, but I don't think it did. But we're gonna get the corn head off. I was actually just over at R&K there. Asked them if they had any beans come in yet. He said, yep. So what'd they test? He said 15.5%. I said, really? That's pretty wet. But it's been so windy, and I swear they were close to going yesterday, so we're gonna go ahead and try him anyway. So we're getting this off, getting the beaten head on, put that brush kit on, see what she does.
What concerns me, I could see somebody cutting beans over here earlier.
Yeah.
They're cutting it.
Well, worst that can happen is we start cutting them and have to quit after a truckload. I'd rather try to get the beans out than not. You know what I mean? This is a mess. Oy. Gosh sakes, get off of there. Yes. What he was saying is that he saw somebody cutting beans earlier across from us and they quit. He didn't know if they got done or if it was just too wet. He's hoping they just got done. But I did see guys running anyway, so I'd rather just get them done. Now, as far as this corn head, I am not a fan. You can see how used it is. We are renting it right now. This is not our head. But my gosh, the steel plate on the bottom there is so worn. You can see how many acres it's been over. This is not the head that we're gonna buy. I've actually been looking at a Drago GT. They've got one for a gleaner that I don't really want because it's silver, look a little weird. And they do have a Deere, a 2016 8-row. It's already got Yetter stock Devastators on it. Absolutely hate the stock standing up here. Hate it. After having that Devastator, I do not want to go back to not having one. There is a green one on a lot. Hasn't had hardly any acres ran over it. It is a Drago GT, a Drago GT. You're good. This side can come back a ways. We're just waiting on the guy to call back, really. We sent him our head, our case head. He's a case dealer, so I know he's gonna want it. We're gonna crunch some numbers here, and we're either gonna go that route or just go with a brand new 2024 Drago. That's the route that I want to go anyway. I'm just not a fan of this Deere head and what it's doing. This head is it's sending a lot of trash through the machine. As you can see, a lot of it's on the feeder house right now, but look at that. It's even got a bag of potato skins that it picked up in the field. No, I have no idea where that came from, actually. My daughter was out here, so she was eating some potato skins. I'm sure that's probably where that came from, but it's sending a lot of crap through the machine. The stalk rolls are shot, obviously. It's not cutting these stalks gracefully. It's just kind of dragging crap around, sending the whole plant through. It's not what we want. I'm sure that head with some calmer stalk rolls would be perfectly fine. Get some calmer deck plates. It has a lot of butt shelling and stuff like that on the deck plates, which I'm not a fan of either, obviously. A lot of head loss. I don't know. We'll see what happens. If we can get a guy to call us back on that Drago, we may go that way. We may just buy a different 608C there. We'll see. Goodness. So this is what Dad's got assembled so far. This is just the bottom brush, I believe. This is the top brush here. It goes across the top along the auger there, and this is the bottom one that goes across that bottom belt. So we're gonna get this put on. Hopefully, it's not too big of a job. Why don't you lower the head? He's not listening. That's better. I didn't want to be working above my eyebrows. Man, why'd you drop the head down so far? No, but I think I can just drop this plate and clean that out. Just like that. I'm gonna eat way too many beans here. I need to get out of the way as soon as possible. Come on. You know, the safety's not down. This thing could kill me. I can't get this pin pulled. It's a good feature. They just put a pin in here that you can't move anyway. Yeah, it needs cleaned, but we're gonna need a sledgehammer, I think, for that one side. Well, you wanna lift the head up a little higher? That would help too. There we go. It's just going to kill me coming down. This is a real question. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a little heavy. Whew. Okay.
See why I don't like that?
What's that?
I said, you see why I I don't like that.
Yeah, look, it's full of crap. Oop.
It's a lot of wasted beans.
Well, do we have a putty knife?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
No emery, but we do have a putty knife.
Mmm. Yummy. Well, I think that's about as good as I'm going to get it with this small of a putty knife. Otherwise, I could be there all day. I might need that putty knife after all. And this was made by Lankota, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think those should have came stock with the head, but I guess you'll find out whether it's worth a crap or not. Oh. Yep, I think you better get running. I will head a truck out. So do you remember everything we need to do to switch the combine?
Yes, I do. Out here, the monitor's an issue. Out here.
Good goodness. Clean all this crap out so that we can get to the feeder house drum. All right.
Not a good plan.
It was getting all over me anyway. At least now I can see. You said you got your eyesight? Because I don't.
There's the wrench.
Goodness.
That stays the same.
Yeah, there's the wrench. This dumb thing, can you even get a wrench on it? Oh, and now the wrench is stuck. Uh-oh. There's so much room in here for activities. Come off of there, please. Come on. How do you feel about halfway down with a wrench on it? There we go. Easy peasy, nothing to it, like I said. So that just needed to turn from up to down position. What was that?
This one stays on corn.
Correct. That stays up in corn.
Which that surprises the heck out of me. So you got
The belt stays.
the feeder house is the first.
Correct.
Chain stays the same as 2.
Yep.
Belt stays the same as 3. This stays the same as 4.
Right.
That shifts.
That
It's
shifts.
5. The chopper speed is 6. The chopper knives is 7. I already changed that.
You already put it up, okay.
Chopper knives is 7.
Did you get,
And the covers on the concave was 8, which we don't do.
right.
But they did not put the rotor speed.
Yeah, right. You already got this done?
The chopper's done. Only they shift rotor speed.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Rotor speed.
Rotor speed, we stayed in low.
No, we're going to high.
Oh, I thought you wanted to stay in low.
No, and beans it should go to high, and I did not know it was here to start with. It's right up there.
Oh, I thought, who was telling us, or was that in corn, you wanted it a little higher and we couldn't go high enough?
I was in beans, but we were in the low range, and I needed to go higher, and I couldn't go any higher.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
But I didn't know there was a shift. I thought this was all done with hydrostat, and it's not.
I see. Where's that at? Oh, there,
That
that
handle,
lever?
I think comes out. I'll let you get that, because it's a sun.
I'm sure it comes gracefully. Oh, well, that was easy. Oh, that's in neutral. That's why it was so easy. 1. No, that's neutral. Well, maybe not. That might be neutral. And that's 2. No. Is it in 2? I don't know. Feels like neutral. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, that There's 2. Okay. That wasn't so bad. I don't know what he was talking about.
Get it?
Yeah, there is one last thing.
Huh? This.
Okay.
I was expecting the battery, but it is.
Yeah.
You got it to shift into 2.
Yes. Yep.
Sometimes that's what's fun.
Honestly, all I did is I just kind of jiggled it like car keys, and it just kind of smoothly came out.
I'm sure you're not just in neutral.
Yeah, I know I'm in 2.
Is that I had to roll that belt out there to get it
Oh, to get it to shift.
to shift to first the last time.
Well, he should be good to go now. Man, I will say, I might have said it before, but the Case Combine was a lot simpler to switch over to between corn and beans. You just basically put the head on, changed everything inside, maybe 1 or 2 settings outside, but they were right next to each other. There was just nothing to it. And we're just not used to this. Once we get to know what the heck we're doing a little better, it won't be so bad. Because obviously that didn't take long. Man, I am just covered in itchweed, aka soybean dust. Oh, my eyes. Anyway, I got a truck of corn to go. We're gonna start into some beans. Hope they're not 15.5%. Well, my sister came out for a little bit, and she at least got to ride in the grain cart for a little. Got to unload on the truck. But unfortunately, she wanted to ride with Dad in the combine, but her phone, well, his phone company, the one that I switched off of because they're not good. None of the phone companies are, but anyway, they were trying to charge him for, I don't even, over $400 in charges, just because I moved off of his plan, and it was just a nightmare. I had already had it resolved. They had already credited back the $400, whatever it was. Literally told him, hey, just pay this much on this bill, it'll all be taken care of. Well, lo and behold, they shut his service off with no warning. Made him call back, and they were like, oh, are you here to pay the $400? And it was like, you dirty company. Anyway, needless to say, his service is back on, and we didn't pay the $400. So we were resolving that in the combine together while she kind of just sat in the grain cart. So she didn't get to ride in the combine. She's got to leave now. That's usually how farming works. You want to do one thing and plans change immediately. But he's been running that. I was going to get some video while we were in the combine, except there was a lot of profanity, if you will, being spewed at a phone. So I couldn't really take any video. But the brush is doing a very good job on the front of that draper. Beans are actually 14.5%, so I don't believe that, actually. I thought they'd be a lot drier. It is just super windy today, but they are about 14.5. We'll find out for sure once I take this first load over to town, but I don't know, we'll see. We're probably going to keep cutting anyway. They're going to town, not into our bin, so they'll be able to drive down as much as they want. They take up to like 15.5% or something like that. So we'll just try and get them out before the rain comes, because it's looking pretty dark already. It's supposed to rain sometime tonight or tomorrow. All we want to do is just get these beans done. That's it. That's all we want in our lives right now. Mother Nature may not let that happen. All right, we're back from Wyoming there. Tested 14.1, so hammer down. Not bad at all. They'll take them at that moisture. And quite frankly, I just want them out of here. Hopefully we can finish this 50 tonight. I hope and pray, honestly, because if we can get these done, we've only got 120 acres, 112 acres basically of beans up north, and then we can just sit on corn for the rest of the year. Yes, the rest of the season. Hopefully not the rest of the year, but rest of the season. And you know, if it drizzles, something like that, rains a little bit, we don't care. We can just go. It's corn. Beans are just, they're picky. Corn is picky growing. You got to baby it. And then beans are just picky during harvest. You got to baby them. So kind of just flip-flops. Man, every time my sister is in here, something changes and it just don't feel right anymore. Like all the air in the seat goes away because she weighs 12 pounds 8 ounces. I think that's where I was at. You know, the sky looks pretty good over here. That looks, you know, you got some blue in here, some white clouds, not too bad. And then you slowly turn this way, it's, you know, okay, also not so bad. And then you look behind me and it's just, that's what's coming towards us. Now my phone says it's not supposed to rain. I just don't believe them. I don't. I think it's gonna be raining soon. And I have a truck that is half full of beans with the tarp open all the way back there, quite a ways. So let's hope it doesn't start raining before I get back there. It's a nice machine. She does well. I don't mind the green, I guess. It's better than on fire, so. I wish my radar worked as well. It still says I'm doing 0 mile an hour, so I have no clue how fast I need to be going for him. He can usually radio over to me and say, hey, this is how fast I'm going. I also hate how close I gotta get to this dumb thing, especially on a curve. Let's see. He's running about 3rd gear, maybe. I might be crawling for him. A little too close yet. All right, about there, maybe. That's okay. We don't need to go. We're not setting any speed records here. This is kind of a zigzaggy, kind of hilly mess in front of us, so I'm sure he's probably in there thinking, my gosh, I wish he would speed up, but it's faster than stopping and dumping. I'm just kind of following his tire tracks here. Seems to be dead center. Well, that'll do me. Go dump this on the truck and take her over to town. I don't know how it's not raining yet. It's looking rough. A little darker to the west there. And that's where I gotta take the truck. I don't know. Stay away, rain. What is there a dance to keep the rain away? We don't want it. Goodness gracious, I pull in here and the whole family's here. I don't even have a job anymore. The grain cart's gone. May as well have my kid running the truck. And she's old enough now. She's 2. Well, Dad and I ended up getting finished with the beans. I didn't record much. I had the whole family out. My wife, the kids, my sister, my mother, the whole 9 yards. They were all out. And while they all do know that I do take the videos, you know, I just figured it's a little more important to spend time with them. But it is raining now. It was actually raining the last 3 acres or so that we cut those beans, but we did get them done. The truck is full. Cart has a little bit on them, but yeah, 50 acres done. We only got 1 field left, and hopefully we'll get those next week, but on to corn tomorrow.